and welcome back to 911 Scales. And yeah, we're doing something new here on my little English channel. We will now do a live reaction to the all-new electric Cayenne. Usually I just do this on my German channels because when we're talking prices and like the overall context, it's the German market I live in. But the stream is in English, so I thought, yeah, hell, why not? Otherwise it would be way too complicated. So we will now head on to YouTube, check out the live stream. I haven't seen the car before yet. And then also to the Porsche Newsroom, check out some stats and the configurator as well and talk prices. So 15 minutes live stream, new Cayenne.
The fully electric Cayenne sets the benchmark for future performance. You want to...
So 980 Inspired getting towed by the new electric Cayenne. That's a good start, and stream is also in English. The reason I'm doing this here also in English, in case my German viewers are wondering.
These two?
I think that's more fitting.
That thing is a rocket. What the? Here we go again.
The prototype. That was communicated so much. Such a long time they did that. Let me quickly hop into the newsroom. No, we are not doing that. Then we will already see the car. Yeah, for months they triggered it, and now they finally reveal it, and next year the car is finally available, right?
As a mounting goat.
These projects take so long.
Hey, what are you doing up here? I thought I was the only one.
German humor strikes again.
Looks like something really big is coming.
Oh, they really put a lot of thought into that one here. Like with every live stream, you see that it's getting more and more complex. I think the first one they did was in 2020 with the Turbo S. It was just a standard presentation. So there it is, the new Cayenne. Come on, give me a shot of the full car. The interior was already revealed. I'm really not a big fan, I have to be honest. I don't like screens that much, and even though there are still all the important buttons left, it's just screams screen. So the back, let me go full screen, I forgot, sorry. That is, yeah, as expected, like the prototype. So no light bar anymore, it's split in half again. So the era since 2017 on the Panamera it started with the full lighting stripe. That has ended. It is now split again. Interesting choice. And it says Porsche. Oh, the front. Oops. Okay. Okay, guys. Very first impressions. Really not a big fan. Sorry, but let's wait for another shot when there's more light. It's hard to judge, I'll be honest. Okay, so at least no split headlights. They're all in the top, which is nice. The new HD Matrix LED lights looking good, like on the Taycan Panamera 911. But what is the rest? It's so flat. Oh, consumption data, very interesting. Above 20. Above 20, that's it. More than interesting. So 500 kilometers range if the battery has 100 kilowatt hours. The rear is also a bit, I don't know. I'm not sure. Let's open up the most beautiful Cayenne ever made. 2018 Cayenne rear. So no, we are coming from this here. This is where we are coming from. I think the third generation Cayenne was by far the most beautiful, and then it developed continuously, but the overall car, that was perfect. So let's head back to YouTube. That is interesting. Why so aggressive in the rear? I don't get it. Okay. First impression, really aggressive. Way too much for my taste. Especially it's just a family SUV from Porsche, which is hyper sporty, drives perfectly, can go off-road, tows like a truck. But this was always very understated and beautiful. This I'm not sure.
Emotional.
Hi, Ollie. Ah, the front. Guys, the front. Usually, like, with the new Turbo S, I was so relieved that the car was super stunning and beautiful. That is really what Porsche always made, like since the 997, I would say. The design was always spot on. Of course, my Panamera was a bit of an oddball as well, but they fixed that quite quickly. And now I think it's going backwards again, but it's overall industry thing as well.
Exceptional electric. This is a new Cayenne. A league of its own in every way.
So this is the final
design.
That's the final speech of Oliver Blume for a new Porsche.
Tech.
Next year there will be a new CEO.
Than ever before.
He's going
With the Taycan,
to VW.
we launched our first all-electric
He's
sports
doing
car
VW
in
full-time.
2019. A bold move at that time. We added the all-electric Macan to this EV lineup. Now the Cayenne Electric is set to be a game changer again. It's pushing the limits, breaking into a whole new world, redefining what an SUV can be.
Show the car. I need to see the front again.
Electric power meets everyday usability.
From that angle, like from his point of view, from this height with the camera, it looks better.
Excellent long-distance comfort meets uncompromising off-road qualities. Our most powerful series production car ever. Up to 1,156 PS, 0 to 100 in 2.5 seconds.
In a Cayenne, okay.
That's
Porsche.
supercar territory conquered by a
That is
full-size
Porsche.
SUV. Charging.
Of course, it's super irrelevant nowadays with power and speed, but I think it's great that they're still pushing into that direction.
And easy. From 10 to 80% in less than 16.
That is crazy. Fast charging, 390 kilowatts at 850 volts. 15 degrees temperature for the battery, and it charges 390 kilowatt hours. That is crazy.
Minutes with up to 400 kilowatts.
Okay, above 390, it's
of charging
400,
power.
okay.
You're back on the road.
That's a lot more
in
than
no
the
time.
actual Taycan.
Hardware and
So finally we see the front. Finally we see the front. Yeah, that is not looking good, and that's a turbo. Maybe the standard
software
one will look better.
perfectly connected.
We will look into
Fast,
that in this
direct,
video. This will be a long
intuitive,
video for sure.
Built to work as one. It's not just digital, it's Porsche digital. The design,
Porsche Digital,
built,
you know,
refined,
like
unmistakable
the company
Porsche
Porsche Digital.
with outstanding
The German humor.
aerodynamics. Michael has more.
And that was it, the last premiere from Oliver Blume. End of an era. And what a run.
Unmistakably Porsche, unmistakably Cayenne. What does that?
Vice President style Porsche. Okay, so another new title. Interesting. Michael Mauer. Wow, he's so long in the company.
We built on established design features, kept the ones that make the Cayenne unique, and carried them into the future.
Okay, front is getting better, shot by shot. I don't know what it is, but from this kind of perspective, with this focal length in the camera, so it's a bit zoomed in, that the car's like nicely three-quartered with a 90-degree angle. That looks better.
Every Porsche.
What really triggers me is the front view camera in this very flat front fender. That
are the Porsche
it's like this
typical
little thing I
proportions.
always have to look
It
at.
is the height.
Cool. We finally see the side profile. So it has quite an overhang. Okay.
Width ratio, and it is the stance of the car. Let's have a look at the front. So there you see this very low bonnet.
Low bonnet. let's go back to the 2017 car, 2018 car. So that's the standard one without a sport design package, which wasn't the most beautiful, but that wraps so low and here not. Okay, of course the fender is a bit higher, the hood ends a bit sooner than here. No, it does not. No, it's same. Okay. That is interesting. That's so much more sleeker, the old one. Let's see the, no, it was, I think 2020, sorry. Look at this, that is a Cayenne. That's such a stunning car, to be honest. It's such a stunning car. Of course, with a petrol engine, you have to have a lot of openings for cooling. That is still, I feel, a lot of trouble for electric car designers. They are still not sure what they should do with all this space, because the openings are now here in the lower part. Also the overhang here is like, for going off-road, this should be more convenient than with the electric one. I think the overhang is a lot further out. But I'm sure we will see a lot about it.
Topography.
Sorry for pausing so much.
Fenders.
There's so many first impressions.
LED headlights. When we look at the side of the car, you see this dropping and very fast roofline. We as designers love to call it the Porsche flyline. On the rear end of the car, we have introduced as well new progressive design features that underline the modern design.
There's so much going on in there. I know it's like with every new car, it's a bit overstyled, but with Porsche, especially with the Taycan, I think they really nailed it. That was the most beautiful limousine from that era. But I think now they are falling into the same trend as BMW, Mercedes. It's like a lot of going on. Like, why do we have all the stuff on the lower part and extra styling in the lights? I think the upper part with the window, that is like the most classic.
In language of the car. The light band has a three-dimensional shape.
And it's closed.
Aerodynamics is very important for Porsche, and the new Cayenne is one of the most aerodynamic SUVs.
That's impressive.
In its segment. On the turbo, there's one additional highlight: the active aero blades.
Ah, the famous ones from the teasers. So that's turbo specific. So maybe the standard car will look more beautiful.
Inside,
because I don't like
there's
this.
even more to discover.
I think it's a bit too much.
With the new interior concept, we are setting standards in driver-oriented digitalization.
The curved screen. So this was already revealed. I think it's too much screens. I think there's also, from a design point, too much going on. What really triggers me personally is that the chrono clock is not around anymore. They even saw this detail and thought, yeah, we should do that again. Otherwise, I think two-tone will look great in this, as always. Just black is really not my taste.
With up to 3 screens, the total display area is the largest ever in a Porsche. But at the same time, we kept some Porsche-typical analog elements. My personal highlight of the interior is our flow display. It transforms a user interface into a visually flowing user experience. And with the handrest,
I don't know who will like it.
We can operate all digital and analog elements, even in dynamic driving situations. And now, Sajjad, tell us more about the digital driver experience.
Would be very interesting to hear from you guys how important this digital stuff really is for you. I'm really not that old. I'm the typical millennial and I don't really care. I just need my CarPlay, navigation, that's it. Even a head-up display for me personally is a bit sometimes too confusing. I don't look properly in the distance of the road. I always stare at the head-up display. And that's a lot. I think for the passenger, a screen is actually not too bad because they always like to watch movies or so. But otherwise, for me, my Panamera is plenty digital enough, to be honest. I don't need anything more. I have my PCM screen with Apple CarPlay and that's it.
At Porsche, everything starts with the driver, and we work extremely hard to elevate the driver's experience. This is the essence of Porsche Digital Interaction. We call it PDI.
The
It's an
quality
intelligent
of
fusion
this
software
film
and
is
hardware
amazing.
that gives
That is
seamless, intuitive
absolutely
access
stunning.
to entertainment, connectivity, and of course, the personalized driving.
The
Our
reveal
digital
of the cars, like a
innovations
little
bring
movie,
clear
quality
benefits.
is just
A robust
perfect.
software platform, over-the-air updates, advanced driver assistance system, as well as the integration of our class-leading predictive charging planner. On top, the AI-driven Porsche Voice Pilot is your onboard travel companion, someone who
Never use
understands
these.
what you mean and amplifies your experience of the beautiful world we live in. Hey Porsche, introduce yourself.
Sure. I use artificial intelligence to understand what you say and respond naturally.
Same question, guys. Do you really care about it?
When you ask me something, I process your words, recognize the context like your location, current music, or what we talked about before. I am designed to be fast, safe, and focused on your needs while driving.
So imagine navigating, discovering local insights, and finding the perfect song all in just one go.
The thing with this kind of system is they really will struggle with third-party apps. So with me, it's usually I use Google Maps. I have an iPhone, so I use Apple CarPlay. But I use Google Maps because all my contacts are synced to Google Maps, so I have the addresses all in there. Then I use YouTube Music. So let's see, when I'm able to test it, if this program will actually be able to get into my YouTube Music, select the artist and the song I want to listen to. So far, I've never had a system that can actually do it. I always had to grab my phone because even on the YouTube Music app, on the CarPlay, it doesn't work.
Now let's take a look at our flow display. The dual screen, which has the intelligence,
It's a cool
together with the
idea
beauty as
with
well
the
as
screen.
functionality.
I have to give it
the
to
upper
them.
section delivers great.
Especially as a luxury brand, you really have to like push always into new things. But this, for me, Porsche is like always have a very classy car. Very, very classy car. Very, very classy interior. And getting back to the interior, let's go back to the 2018 Cayenne. What was wrong with that? The only thing I would now say looks old is the interior trim, which is really not, I think there a second screen for the passenger would be great. The wheel, even though it's my favorite wheel, that looks also a bit older now, could be a bit updated, but especially the center console with the screen and the air vents is just perfect. Of course you can switch it up a bit, but otherwise it's just perfection. The screen is not too big, you can simply adjust the climate vents. You have the gear selector there, of course that's the old one where you actually have to move it. Nowadays it's just a button and you go, but still. And you had one of the best scroll wheels ever made for the volume control. Seat heating wasn't so good with the touch buttons on the plastic, that wasn't great, but the scroll wheel, that was amazing.
Visuals while also offering you all kind of adjustment in a very instant manner.
It's crazy, right, how we compare the new cars to the older cars because they were so good, so good that the biggest competition for new cars are actually older cars.
For example, you
Must
touch
be
the
so
vehicle,
hard for these
all
guys
the
to have a
major
better
features
car.
are available to you for a very smooth experience. The lower section offers a very
It's good because with the sub-menus there, you can have more buttons virtually on the screen than with the other system, especially like for the sport sound, adjusting it in a Taycan, that's a lot of
fast,
effort.
intuitive, personal experience. You can move as you want, and you can also customize as you would like to have it for your own drive. And the curved instrument cluster reimagines again the Porsche iconic tube layout, fully digital, fully customizable, and 100% driver focused. And for the passenger, integrating third-party apps with native Porsche experiences offers a new level of entertainment.
And that's a must-have option, otherwise there will be a big high-gloss panel which will ruin the appearance of the car. You have to have a passenger screen now.
Streaming and even gaming. Being a co-pilot has never been this much fun. With all this digitalization and intelligence, what have we done for the actual driving experience? Let's go to Michael.
We put thousands of kilometers of testing into
Another
the
Michael.
development of the new Cayenne Electric on ice and snow, in the mountains and even the desert.
Of course, performance-wise, it will be amazing. And that is one of the best parts they revealed about the car. Inductive charging. That is really clever. BMW tried it years ago, but never had the power. And now they should work, I think, at 20 kilowatt hours.
Hi, Gabby.
Hi, Michael. I love the wireless charging. It's so cool.
Simple and hands-free, the way it should be. You drove the car always uphill, testing the limits.
This is why I like electric cars, because there's actually an evolution and new things to develop, which you can't really do with petrol engine cars anymore, with ICE cars. This is so classy. Imagine you're living your luxury life and never having to pull up in any petrol station ever, or charging station. You just live your life, come from home, go to work or wherever you want to go, come back home, your car charges, you will never ever have to care about it.
How did it feel like?
Of course, something
That's more luxurious than a Rolls-Royce, because
completely
Rolls-Royce
different
can't do
than I'm
that.
used to. And I have to say, the off-road package with the additional ground clearance and a better approach angle really opens up new possibilities. But one
okay, so
thing
there is a
stood
difference.
out was the incredible traction. How do you translate all the power into forward momentum? What's the secret?
That was a big challenge indeed. We are harnessing up to 1,156 PS and a torque of 1,500 Nm with our newly developed electric Porsche traction
Newton
management.
meters.
It's a fully variable system that reacts 5 times quicker than a conventional all-wheel drive.
Okay, pretty interesting to see the battery layout. So 6 somewhat modules connected. And is that just the converter there on the top of the battery? In the Taycan it was so big and now it's so small. That's crazy.
Within 5 milliseconds. And we get some additional help on the rear axle by the Porsche Torque Vectoring Plus.
Another thing I have noticed, how practical it is. There's just so much space.
That was really important for us. The car offers a huge load capacity, nearly 100 liters more than before, due to the 90-liter frunk.
Sorry again, 90 liters, and how many liters in total more?
The car offers a huge load capacity, nearly 100 liters more than
So the overall car offers you 10 liters more, because the frunk you only use for the charging cables. So it gets rid of clutter, otherwise would be in the way.
before, due
One of
to
the
the
biggest problems with
90-liter frunk.
hybrids.
At Porsche, we are all about performance, even when it comes to charging. With our charging
Now the
capacity
interesting
of
part.
up to 400 kilowatt, we can
That's
go from
crazy.
10 to 80% state of charge in under
That
16
is
minutes.
so
Wow,
crazy.
that's really quick. That reminds me, I have to get going. Mark is waiting. Do you have the keys?
Of course, I already sent it to you. Good luck for the race.
I'm not the one who needs luck with
Digital
this beast.
key,
Does it have a
okay.
hitch?
Of course, it's a Cayenne.
How much does it pull?
Up to 3.5 tons.
Oh, perfect.
Which is a lot for an electric
Great.
car.
I gotta pick up something.
Let's pull a 918 Spider and do a drag race with it. Or will they prove that a new Cayenne accelerates faster than a 918? That would be crazy. But of course with so much torque.
Gabby,
Hi.
how are you?
All good, how are you?
Great.
Up for a challenge?
Always.
Look at that 918
Yes,
Spider.
absolutely.
Wow, this was a
It
sub
looks
7-minute
new.
record holder at Nürburgring, and this is an SUV. I mean, this is apples and oranges.
Yeah, you wait and see.
Okay.
That 918 Spider. See how clean and beautiful it is? There's really not a lot of styling going on. It's just beautifully made. You actually see how the designer draw it on this paper and then they made it. Not like... Ah, such a nice one. So, 918 Spider will lose against the
Real
Cayenne.
supercar. This is a
Who knew we would be at this point?
and in good hands.
He doesn't know what's coming.
And we will enjoy the V8. Crazy. Ah, okay, so they really...
That thing is a rocket.
Come on, show the full race.
Oh, he's catching up. 200.
So So up to 200 kilometers an hour, the Cayenne is faster. So if you ever encounter with a Cayenne Turbo a 918 Spider on your Autobahn stretch, you can push it. With direct oil cooling, interesting, okay. There's just so much development going on in the electric car scene that I really enjoy.
I guess it's on. I'm on you.
Off-road, baby.
Oh, come on, that's cheating. Where on earth did she go?
I thought it was a race. Now she's hiding.
Really? Goats? What next?
So what's happening in the stream?
What the?
Okay, active ride is back.
Wow,
Not
this
surprised.
piece is
That's
crazy.
a crazy system. I enjoyed 2 times with it in the Panamera, which was a crazy experience. That really transforms heavy cars.
Whoa! That was cool.
That was so much fun.
Nailed it. Swap cars?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
See there
Wow.
the camera? Let's go back a second. See the camera here over the number plate? I always have to look at this now. Cannot be undone. There's like such a clean front and then there's like this one spot. Couldn't they just like do it in the bumper here to the right and left and you have like 2 screens or so?
Wow, that was exciting. The Cayenne goes electric and stays every bit a Porsche. For over 2 decades, the Cayenne has defined versatility and performance in the SUV segment. Now it enters a new era. The fully electric Cayenne and Cayenne Turbo set the benchmark.
See the old car in the back? Compare the fronts and prove me wrong. I know it doesn't have the openings of an ICE engine, but still. Just like all the openings are moved downwards because it makes sense, the battery is downwards, so you don't have to channel the air, and so I get it, but for me, aesthetics in a car are so important. So
for
important.
future
Coming from the Panamera owner, of course, so feel free to correct me.
performance.
This is not a this is really not like a neutral first impressions video. This is subjectively mine, which sometimes makes no sense.
And new versions will follow soon. In the future, customers worldwide and in all segments can choose what suits them best. Electric, hybrid, or
Yeah. So, okay. I think from a marketing point, Porsche really shoots themselves in the foot, as we say in Germany. When you sell an electric car, don't promote your ICE engines as well. Everyone who hates electric doesn't even look at the video.
combustion. This means the Cayenne carries our flexible drivetrain strategy well into the next decade. And individual.
See, you have the turbo, there you have like a standard Cayenne S, I think it is, or hybrid. And then you have the new electric one. The older ones look better, especially from the front. They should know that. So why are they doing this? Are they already anticipating that they struggle with the sales of the new one and want to show us the older ones, which look better? And that's the one with all the glossy parts. It will be very interesting to see pictures of the other
versions. From a
versions.
wide range of colors and wheels to exclusive interior options. Every Cayenne can be uniquely yours. Through our Sonderwunsch program, even one-of-a-kind creations are possible. The new Cayenne Electric marks the start of a bold new chapter, shaping the youngest and most exciting Porsche lineup ever. Porsche, there is no substitute.
I cannot get over the fact of the styling, to be honest. I really can't. It sounds now really bad, but look, when you're like this guy who owns a company, especially in Germany, we have a lot of these little companies who have like 50 to 100 employees. The boss always drives the Cayenne. That's like their car to get. one of the three would you choose? It wouldn't be the one in the middle, right? Even though you have a big tax refund on it. Because the others look just so much better and so more classy. It just looks a bit odd, to be honest. It's like with the Panamera back in 2009 when it was first released. Alright, that's the end of the stream. Let's head now into the Porsche Newsroom and check out some pictures again. And I really don't want to sound too negative because I really like Porsche. Their cars are amazing and I spend all my money on mine and all the model cars and all the trips I do. It's all Porsche, but a new Porsche has to be beautiful. They should have learned from the 2009 Panamera. They really should have, and that is... The rear looks a lot better than the front. Let's look at the Macan again. Macan also had some problems, but I liked it. See there, the Macan even looks better. I kid you not, the Macan looks better than the Cayenne. See? There, the front is not so flat. See the size of the number plate? The plate is always the same size. And that's just a normal version, not the turbo. Turbo will look even better. And people didn't like the front on the Macan when it was released. Look how good it stands on the road. And there's no front camera in there. Okay, enough about the styling. I think I've said enough. You can play around with some colors and we'll fix it, I'm sure. But with a lighter color, it won't work. So that's the German page. Let's switch over to the international in English. So we will have up to 1,156 horsepower or PS, 400 kilowatt charging. That's really a lot. That is really a lot. I think it's the best in the German automotive industry right now. So let's scroll through a bit. Performance of a super sports car, we've seen that, but let's go again. Here are some other variants. So we have entry-level Cayenne, 408 horsepower, 835 Newton meters of torque. Normal operation, and in launch control it has 42 and it was 4.8 seconds. That is crazy for a base Cayenne. And that is the one you will be interested in because that will be the sweet spot as always with electric cars. Recuperation, 600 kilowatt hours of recuperation. That is... I really like the development of electric cars. It's just so much faster and so much newer stuff than with the ICE cars. With ICE cars, I really think we will have these cars up to 2018, which are the best, and we will cherish them forever. We will spend all our money on it and working over things. I will have a video in Gelderland, which will be up in a couple of days as well, where I go into that with their exclusive manufacture center there. But with the newer cars, imagine if this thing would look beautiful. Sorry for my German English, but yeah, imagine if it would look beautiful. So immense charging, which is nice. How big is the battery? That is 113 kilowatt hours. So you will get over 500 kilometers of range. There's 642 quoted. And for the turbo, it's a bit less obvious, but 642. That is on the same part as the Taycan with a lot more practical car wrapped around it. And that was the biggest problem with the Taycan. It looked beautiful. It was at the right time, at the right spot, offered everything electric car needed, but it was impractical and a lot of costs for Porsche because of warranty claims. But otherwise, the Taycan was such a success. So yeah. I think we should check out some prices, right? I think from the technical point we are through with it. Digital experience, yeah, okay, and beyond 2030. I think the customers just get confused when you promote everything at once and want to fulfill everyone's needs. When you launch an electric car, just say it's the best. it is better. It doesn't suit everyone's needs, but from a technical standpoint, it is just better. Alrighty, Configurator. Let's see if it's online. This will now be the German page, because that's the prices which are relevant here. These prices are usually the lowest compared to other markets. So if your prices are a lot higher, take it with a grain of salt. So Cayenne with all three powertrains, but shows 101,000. See, that was the petrol. So the petrol Cayenne started at 101. The Cayenne Electric 105, which is really not a big difference to have an electric car. Usually here in Germany it's a big problem because the cars are so much more expensive, and like typical ICE cars, we have two versions. 1,156 horsepower. It's crazy. That is just crazy. So same powertrain from a battery standpoint. The other one just has better motors. So that's 165. How much is it? Turbo E? Turbo E hybrid. Where is it? 187. So I think from the pricing point, they are really not too bad. It's a lot of money for an electric car, but I think it's not too bad. It's also compared to the Macan. The Macan Turbo costs pretty much the same as a new Cayenne. Let's head in. So this front is even cleaner, but to my eye, let's get a car. Yeah, that's had better contrast. Come on, that it looks simpler, especially with these horrible wheels. Let's quickly change these wheels. Yeah, that should look better. Yeah, that's nice. Only a freaking camera in the front, but yeah, that looks better with the air openings there compared to the turbo. Not as aggressive. How's the rear? It's a lot going on. This will not go down in Porsche's history as their most beautiful Cayenne. Definitely not. Okay, let's quickly throat screw the configurator. So a lot of wheels. This will obviously, the Sportic wheel will be the most popular. This is also good. 21-inch R Spider. Yeah, that's nice. I really don't like these wheels with the big side blades just for a couple of kilometers more range. This looks beautiful. What color do I have? Dolomite Silver, Carrera White, Standard White, Vanadium Gray should also look nice. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Vanadium Gray is so underrated. There's so much blues and greens in there when the sign is coming out. That's a new color, Mystic Green Metallic. Doesn't work on it. Slate Gray. That's also new green. Ooh, no, it looks brownish. Madeira Gold from the Algarve Blue is also new. Looks very similar to Enzian Blau. What was it called in English? Oh, sorry guys, I forgot. No worries. Let's go through a lot of bicolor options. I love a good bicolor option. Let's go for the 18 ways. How does it look with the screen? I like the new bicolor design. Just the seats and the lighter color, the rest dark. So it's like focus on the seats. I think that's really great. It's like, it's so in your face. And see, there's already the thing. When you don't have a passenger screen, you just have there a big slab of high gloss plastic. I hate this so much with new cars. Let's go to the interior package and materials. Do we have wood? We have Silverberry aluminium. Interesting. Exclusive manufacture carbon. Interesting. That's usually not exclusive, but that's quite expensive. I guess this is real carbon fiber compared to the older Cayenne where it's like just plastic with a carbon fiber insert and no wood. So we can specify the air vents in different colors, the usual stuff. Also different wheels. So there is a GT Sport. It's real, which is exactly the same size, just thicker. Okay. This just being first impressions, guys. If I say something wrong, please correct me in the comments. I'm just going through everything here, just standard stuff. Keys, but no wood. Wood is really dying in these cars. Let's go to the exterior. So this already has a sport design package equipped. Okay, let's get rid of it. I don't know how it, what's the difference? No way, it's just the color. Oh, okay, interesting. Okay, let's see if there's another bumper. No, there isn't. So the sport design package is just that it's gloss black. I think so. First impressions is, no, there on the rear there's another diffuser, which I don't like. So that looks actually better to my eye. Just have it black. Panoramic roof. This is something you always have to have. Oh, no sunshine control. Sunshine control is like this weird thing where you can blur it out. That's a big gimmick. And of course roof rails. It's a Cayenne, it needs roof rails and a panoramic roof. Just how it is. Tow hook, of course. Model designations. Lights. So you can have it with standard HD. So you can have it with standard matrix lights, which is a good thing because it's pretty much the same functions. In the US, I don't know if you guys have this even. I think it's all illegal. You just get normal high beam, low beam. Yeah, front window is also heated, which is a really nice touch. Was also the case back in the Macan, and the Cayenne's always privacy glazing and all that stuff. So we're back to the interior, which you already looked at. Let's go to the performance. So rear wheel steering, black, high gloss black brakes, no active ride. That is, I think, turbo specific. Think about it, we will check it soon. Augmented reality head-up display, that's really something I would not spec. There's just so much going on your screen. 3D stuff, parking's view, driver assist, interesting. They changed the name of the game. So this is now driving by itself, which was the InnoDrive back in the day. So this car has radar cruise control standard, yep. That's cool. Radar cruise standard. That is nice. That's a nice touch. Force on climate, yeah, everything pretty much electric. Rear blinds, comfort seats. No electric rear seats. I think there were electric rear seats in this car. Is this standard? Sorry guys for going so much into detail, but that's really interesting to me. We will look at it. Let's scroll down. Standard equipment. Boop, boop, boop. Where can we go? Standard equipment. There we go. Seats. Comfort seats. Electric rear seats are standard on the new Cayenne. Holy moly. That's amazing, to be honest. I think it's such a luxurious feature. I would love to have it on my Panamera. I don't sit there, but I think it's so cool to have it. You can go back and forth, and the angle of the rear, you can change it. That is nice. Impressive standard equipment, I have to say. Radar cruise and electric rear seats, that's great. And it's not just all I've thought about. So 2,000 euros to fix the design and the interior. Yeah, it looks just better with it. Bose is not standard. Burmester is 6,000, which you really want on the new Cayenne because it's such a wonderfully quiet car, I guess. 230 volt socket, which is nice, which our standard system here in Europe. For the US and other countries will be different, and only 200 euros for the car to be capable of wireless charging. So if you buy one used, you have to think about it if the system is fitted. So how much is the plate costing? Why is it not in there? Wallbox, mobile charger. Don't tell me it's not available yet. Oh, guys. I don't want to end the video like this, guys. Where is the freaking thing? Ah, that's the old thing. Okay, no. I don't find it that it's available. Oh, that's so Porsche. They do something and then it's not available. Also, funny thing, you can't collect your car anymore in Zuffenhausen. You have to do Leipzig or Hockenheim experience. You cannot collect your Porsche in Zuffenhausen. Think about it. Guys, it's a bit of a controversial video, yeah, but that's how it is. Not everything is great. And this Cayenne is like, I think it's like 70% great. I really like the power and the performance, the charging, how they did all of that. I like the pricing point. I think it's not too expensive. That's what I'm mostly worried about. Of course, if you want now the active ride, which you really want, to be honest, that is usually just now for the Turbo and I guess for the 4S when it comes. Or the Cayenne S as it will be called, because all cars are all-wheel drive. Yeah, they're 8,000 euros for the active ride. It is immensely expensive, but it's so good. And on this kind of car, it will be amazing. Yeah, guys, that is the new Cayenne. Let's look at the front again. Guys, that was a different kind of video here on my English channel. Because I thought it was more fitting to do an English commentary to an English live stream. Sorry to all my Germans watching. You had to endure my German English, which is horrible, I guess, yeah. But guys, if you liked it, my first impression, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and then we see each other in the next video. Till then, Allah, ciao!